What is going on, everybody? How you doing today? It's Killboy. We're going to be going over 10 ways you could be the best video game player you could possibly be. Just imagine being the best at your favorite game, whooping everybody's butt in every game that you join. You know, it's degrading. It's very degrading and it's demoralizing when you're trying to be the best at your favorite game and you just get killed, you get stomped, you get made fun of, and people send you a message after the game calling you a noob. Nobody likes that. It's not good on any of us. You're probably wondering, Killboy, what makes you, capable of giving us any information on how to be the best game player? I am by no means the best video game player in the world. Of course, I would love to be, but I have won championships in For Honor, 3 first place championships in For Honor, and a championship in Rainbow Six Vegas. So, it didn't come easily, and each game brought me different styles and techniques and strategies that I had to learn and start over from scratch. Just because I'm good at one game doesn't mean I'm going to be good at another, and it was up to me basically to take all of these 10 tips that I'm going to give you, combine them, and basically turn them into my own power on how I could be the best at those games at the time. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you guys. So I want you guys in a couple months from now to use all these tips and message back in the comment box on how much you've improved. I really want to hear you guys tell me how much you've improved from applying all these things that I'm about to tell you into your gameplay. It's not going to be easy. It's really not going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of practice. So it's going to be up to each and every single one of you to take these things seriously and ultimately start whooping some butt out there. And yeah, I know I look really white right now, and that's because I am. It's July pretty much now. It's like June 28th. So yeah, I'm not going outside. If I was going to go outside, I would be putting on sunscreen. But good thing I got my video games because I don't got to go outside. So I'm just going to stay in here and use these tips to, get better at my favorite game. Anyways, guys, let's start the video. It's time to start learning some stuff. Subscribe, like this, Killboy. You know what the deal is. Here we go, baby. I just want to start this video off by saying you guys have potential to go pro, to make money, and to make improvements. You got to challenge yourself, guys. It's not going to be easy, so I really want you guys not to get discouraged in this journey. I didn't start off the best game player. I was 13 years old competing with the big boys, and you know what I did? I practiced, and I took all these 10 things that I'm about to give you, applied them, and now I can really whoop anybody's ass at any game if I really put my mind to it. That's without a doubt in my mind. That's how confident I am with that. And at the end of this, I want you guys to do the same thing and have that same confidence going into any game. So tip number 1 for you guys is to love the game you want to be the best at. If it's not something you're passionate about, just like everything else in life, you will either get bored of it or not have the fire inside of you for a prolonged enough time to develop the traits to be the best. For example, guys, I'm not just going to play Fortnite because everybody else does. You know what I mean? I'm not going to just jump on a wave. That game's not for me. I know it's huge right now. If I played it, I'd probably get a lot more popularity, but that's not something I'm willing to go do, because once I get into that game, I'm not going to have the fire inside of me to, spend the hours committing myself to learning more and being better at it ultimately. I'd rather spend the time getting better at a game that I love and I know that I really want to be good at than, jump on the hype train. Tip number 2, guys, watch the pros. I've done this myself. Like I said, I was a regular 13-year-old kid. I wasn't the best at the game, so I had to figure out a way to get good, somehow. Watch the pros. See what they do different, how they maneuver the map. Understand their play style. Take everything you see and develop it into your own play style. This will happen naturally. It may seem a little deflating at first, but just like the pros of any sport, study the film of the great players. Use their strategy to master your own gameplay traits. It may seem a little degrading. Again, I'll use the word degrading, but it may seem a little upsetting. Like, you don't want to watch another player right now get good at the game. You want to practice yourself and get good at the game for yourself. Why are you going to watch somebody else? But I'm telling you guys, do it. And, they're good for a reason, so pick up on their habits. Tip number 3, know the game. Understand the game and the fine intricacies that come with it, whether it's study the map and the strategies. For example, I was playing Call of Duty one time, guys, and what me and my boy would do is we would start at each spawn, on opposite teams, and we'd meet at a certain point in the map. We'd go from the left side of the map to the right side of the map. We would cover it. Okay, you go this way, I'll go this way, and we timed when we would meet each other in the middle. After we did that on every single map, like maybe 20 times, we would start to understand where people are going to be in the beginning of the game at certain points. So then we could plan where we're going to set up ourselves to get the jump on them, or where to chuck a pre-nade to get them off the jump. And this really worked out for us. We studied the maps and studied strategies that we then implemented in our own gameplay to get an advantage on somebody. Practice with different guns. Learn fire rates or bullet drops, or even how certain functions perform in different scenarios. This won't make you the best player in the world by any means. You'll still need the skills to get the job done, but overall, knowledge is power. Tip number 4. Punish your opponent's mistakes. While learning about the game you're playing, you will develop a sense of what to do and what not to do. When you understand that for yourself, you then begin to understand what your opponent should and shouldn't do, and you see their weaknesses and the mistakes they then make. For example, in For Honor, or in any combat game in that instance, when someone makes a move and they go to attack with one swing, and then they go to attack with another swing, I know that when they go to do that second swing, they're not going to be able to reach me with that attack before I can hit them with one of my quicker attacks. Recognizing mistakes is step 1. Punishing them is step 2. It'll take repetition to know when to take advantage. For example, someone goes into a room with one entry, a solid throw nade will get the job done. It seems simple, but there are more opportunities to punish your opponent's mistakes than you think in a game. And you're only going to understand that by playing more of the game, knowing what works, what doesn't work, but it's up to you to learn those things. It takes time, but then you could just take it a step further and practice and practice and practice, and you will start to discover these little hidden things in the game that you didn't know before. Tip number 5 is lock down your fundamentals. Practice your strategies. Know when or how to avoid making your own mistakes. Nail these things before jumping online or in a tournament to take your game to the next level. Both punishing your opponent for the mistake and avoiding making the same mistakes your most are crucial to being successful in your desired video game. Tip number 6, everybody knows it, play often. You won't get better at anything in life if you don't practice. You will obviously have good days, you'll have bad days, but whether your brain recognizes it or not, each time you pick up that controller or lift that mouse, you're learning something new. Especially if you're playing against people that are better than you. Consistency, practice, muscle memory equals progression. It's known. Tip number 7 is play against people better than you. Yes, owning some noobs will make you feel much better about your life and about yourself, but playing against the best people or even players that are a little better than you may discourage you. If you're losing over and over and over, can't get a kill, it sucks. But don't look at it like that. Look at it in a different light. Use them to your personal gain to improve. Learn to swallow your pride and don't be afraid to reach out to them and ask them for tips. I was nowhere near being the best player at Rainbow Six when I first started, and I would join specific lobbies knowing that the best people were playing in them, and I sucked at the time, but I literally dealt with it anyway because I knew in the long run that playing against the best people would make me better, and I ended up going on to win a championship. Even though, at the time, all you could see on the leaderboard and on the side of the screen was, Killboy dead, Killboy dead, Killboy dead, Killboy dead. And no, you don't want to see that. It makes you feel like crap. All these people that you're playing against can see that. They're all thinking the same thing. So, if it's really that discouraging to you, then, make a second account or change your name and really go practice. That way you can get your mind off of those kind of things. Tip number 8, guys, is read your enemy. Try and recognize the patterns of your opponent. Whether it's Call of Duty and you notice that every 2 rounds they go a certain way, or if it's Mortal Kombat and For Honor and you pick up that they do a certain attack following the one before. Maybe they throw a nade every time you apply fire. It's up to you to quickly recognize their patterns and take full advantage of them. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do all these things if you just smoked a fat joint and drank 15 beers. So anytime you're going to sit down and take playing games seriously, make sure your full focus is on the game. Tip number 9 is get consistent. If you want to be on the pro level, you have to take all the previous tips and perfect them. Not just punishing your enemy for their mistakes once in a while, but every single time. Or nailing those combos, or even hitting those tough shots you usually wouldn't have a problem with, or getting a nade, exactly where you need it. Not everybody is perfect, but in your mind, you should always aiming to be 100%. And I'm not even using correct English. You should always aim to be 100%, and that takes practice. Maybe I need to practice on my English a little bit. I don't know. But here we go with the last tip, guys. Tip number 10. You're going to hate me for this, but I don't really give a damn. Tip number 10 is have fun. You know, fun. Like SpongeBob, F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere, anytime at all, down in the deep blue sea. Yeah, have some fun. It's easy to get caught up in all the seriousness of all these previous tips, and mastering all of them is stressful at times, but remember why you're playing in the first place, because of all the fun you have. It's a video game. Game is in the word. Of course, it's easy to get pissed off when you lose, and you put all that effort into being the best player you can possibly be, but just remember, it's all a learning process, and once you truly master the game, you will absolutely feel on top of the world, and baby, bring home a championship. I want you guys to comment in a couple months and just tell me that you applied these tips and you've really improved. That would make me ecstatic. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video and learned something today. I know you're all competitive, you're very competitive and want to be the best at the game you're playing. Otherwise, you wouldn't have clicked this video. My name's KillBoy. Again, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I make these videos for you guys. I love doing it, yes, but ultimately it's for you guys. I love connecting with you guys, maybe teaching you something on how to get better at a video game, or learn something about any of the games you want to see, or the games that you're playing, or the games you're considering buying. I'm going to keep coming out with these videos. I just got into this, you know what I mean? 2 weeks ago. It's been a long time since I started developing videos, but I'm going to do this. This is what I really want to do. I work 5 days a week, but when I come home, this is what I want to do. I would love to do this for a full-time job. If you guys subscribe and comment and like this, it would mean the world to me. And I just want to be able to, give you guys something, to learn. And that's it. Really, that's it. So it's KillBoy. Enjoy the summer, guys, and take it easy. Love you all. Peace out.